Fumbles and Beef have been at a lot of the same tournaments. I don't know how often they play at the Moms Chicago, or not Chicago, the Moms Ohio regionals. But Beef put in work against Shears Yoshi earlier, so he's no stranger to the matchup.
Yeah, I'm also curious to see the how this matchup plays out, because whose Yoshi was it? I believe it was Super Boom's Yoshi, right? That Beef played against earlier, and he brought out the Pikachu and
Wizrobe.
Oh, Wizrobe, right?
Yeah, Wizrobe looked pretty good against Wizzy for a lot of that set. And Fumbles, he's familiar with Pika, but I know at least more than once he's beaten a strong Yoshi player in Yoshi Dittos and then had to face the Pika. A lot of the Yoshi players will throw out that Pika afterwards.
Right. But I'm curious to see how Beef plays the counter pick game, because, well, if he has to.
I don't think there's going to be any counter picking here. Knowing these two players, I think it's Pika Yoshi all the way. He did go Mario against Wizzy, but that was more like he wanted to do that game too because it's Wizzy, you know.
You're right. But I would really like to see a Mario come out.
I think we all would. Beast Mario is very good. It's probably more impressive than his Pika right now. But
like Beef's Mario is the main of his heart. It's the main of his soul.
Yeah. You're preaching to the choir, man. I told him when he was first getting big in the scene, I was like, stick to Mario. He went Pika. don't blame him, but. All right, he's got a good idea with these nairs. It's interesting to see him tech chase with the up tilt, though.
Yeah, that was a very good sequencer on the left side of the stage.
Goes out the forward smash. It's very easy though. He could go out there with a back air when Yoshi's above 76%. Back air breaks armor. You go out there with a back air. You don't even have to hit Yoshi. You just have to make him think you're gonna hit him, and then he'll like throw out a forward air and try and trade.
All you need is a fear.
Yeah. So like, there's no reason to stay at the stage when you have that option.
Oh yeah, it's not a good look for Fumbles. Still no jump. He's dead.
So that started out very close to 2 stocks apiece, I believe, and then Beef just kind of ran all over him at the end there. His tech chases were on point, and Fumbles just had no answers.
It is definitely true that Beef had some excellent sequences. Once he got that first hit, he was not willing to give it up.
Yeah, Fumble started off that game very overwhelming with some of his punishes, but just wasn't able to keep it going. Interesting shield jump interaction there. You see a lot of that from Fumbles. He's not able to cover Beef's options going to the ledge. Dangerous with how close he was to the edge of the stage, but
I was wondering.
You gotta figure he knows better than anyone that it's gonna make it back.
All the same strange things happen sometimes. Like that egg.
That could have been a very good egg if he was just a little bit quicker on the follow-up.
Yeah, but it's like
shield break.
The egg. No, I guess the poke instead.
And he went for the down tilt where I feel like a forward tilt would have.
Oh yeah, no, that was a Wizrobe down beat. Yeah, that's not a Yoshi shield break you see very often.
That's not a standard. Yeah, that was a crazy shield break. Forward tilt to jabs, I believe. That's crazy. And he shouldn't make it back here. He goes for the egg, knowing that if he doesn't protect himself somehow. Beef getting caught on the side plat in his shield. Fumbles hasn't gotten a shield break from that yet, but he's gotten a good amount of damage out of it.
And like the shield damage, as we saw earlier, is still valuable.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It creates a little panic in the opponent and sometimes forces them out of shield to rack up some percent.
Yeah, no, see, he forced Beef to hit the egg with the up air, and that actually exposed him to another attack. So that was very good zoning by Fumbles.
I don't know if Fumbles knew he had a double jump there because he jumped in a very weird way, and then he was vulnerable trying to back air.
And the tech chase, he jumped too high.
Oh yeah, Good job, Beef, going to the ledge, recognizing he wasn't really in a position to cover it. And Fumbles has to clean up the stock. He's got so much damage on Beef, but again, Yoshi, any extra percentage you take is so much more punishing.
Yeah, especially as you were mentioning, because percent matters more for Yoshi than for other characters.
Yeah, and he's at armor break percent for back air, which makes him a much weaker character.
That was a very risky spot for Beef, and he's still sort of on his hind foot. This is a very good position, though, with Fumbles near the ledge.
Oh, you missed the back air!
Yeah, that was a critical fumble, not by Fumbles, but Beef is still able to pick it up.
Doesn't pay too much for it. And Fumbles, I mean, at this point, he just needs a forward tilt. There's a lot of ways he can clean up the stock, but it's very tough for him to get in on Beef when he's really just suffocating him.
Yeah, Beef was really looking to start something up, but Fumbles was able to shut it down with super armor.
Parry might, it put him in such a good position.
And that should put it away. Fumbles evens up the set.
And that's something that well, any players really, but like floaty characters should be looking out for when they're at high percent above Yoshi. He's going to be fishing for that up smash. You know, like you could bait it out. If you're at high percent and you're above Yoshi, just kind of land next to him because they're going to be
threatened to get hit by it.
That's his best way to finish up a stock at that point. So he's going to be fishing for it.
Oh, nice. He does the cross up to keep him on the platform.
It's interesting he
Gets
didn't go for the down air that time. Maybe he noticed he's not getting shield breaks out of it and wanted to opt for something a little different.
I think also he wanted to more definitely hit him towards the center of the platform.
Yeah, Beef going for a standard combo on heavies. Yeah, it's a rough SD for Fumbles. Fortunately, it's still pretty close. Just one strong hit.
Yeah, that's one strong hit if he can get it.
Yeah,
but like
he gets the right strong hit.
Yeah, and like that would have killed if it were pointed in the other direction.
All right, Beef going for the back and forth. It saves his stock.
Yeah, Beef with some crazy up Bs at the ledge to stay in the game, but ultimately Fumbles.
It's one of my favorite angles. Like, really, that's a good way to save your stock. Similar to Fox, you ride the stage. It can be vulnerable, but they have to be ready for it. And I think he lost his double jump. Beef firing back in this game.
Oh, yeah, not quite in the right position to get the forward air.
Fumbles was too scared of Beef's attacks at the ledge, so he played a little far away from it. Beef looking good now.
The egg. Yeah, he doesn't get killed by the egg. Yeah, Beef is just looking really clean at this point.
And he's going for the upbeat Derek angles. He got his tech down, feeling himself.
Yeah, he just, doesn't get it the second time. But he was just not letting Fumbles breathe. He was just totally controlling the momentum.
Caught his double jump again.
And I really feel like you could feel that he was playing a faster paced game at that point.
He was just, I mean, he's trying that the whole time. He plays a very overwhelming style, but that's the thing. If you're not executing properly, you're just gonna get overwhelmed yourself because you're just gonna keep going in and getting punished. But when it works, it can cause some serious panic out of your opponent.
One thing I've noticed is that Fumbles hasn't been making extensive use of Yoshi's unique defensive options. I haven't been seeing too many super armors to open things up. I haven't been seeing too many denials with a parry.
Yeah, I think that's one of the most difficult things to add to a Yoshi player's game. Like anyone can shield jump a lot and get a bunch of parries, right? That could be a very coincidental thing, a very fortunate thing. Armor, you really have to consciously work towards changing your mindset completely, because at that point, it's like the Isaiah saying, you know, don't get hit.
Right.
When you're Yoshi, you're using your armor, you literally, it's do get hit. You want to get hit. And it's very hard to get in that mindset and take that next step from using DJC to change your, as a mix-up, to using DJC to take a hit and punish.
Right.
You can throw off your opponent with it by changing directions, but you really just want to come in there, get hit, and try and zero to death your opponent.
but it's yeah. It looks to me like Fumbles is at the stage where like that's the next thing to add to his game plan if he still feels a bit shaky about it.
Right. Yeah. I mean that's
like that was a good parry.
He's getting caught out of a lot of these double jumps too, where he feels like he has an option. He's right on top of Beef, but Beef just goes for an up tilt. You know, that's like 101. It's easier said than done,
right?
But you can't DJC into up tilts.
All right, so yeah, there's another parry. And that'll do it.
The last hit of the forward air has more knockback, and then pushed him just out of range.
All right, so Fumbles is able to take Beef's second stock now that he is on his last. Just as we cross the 2-minute mark.
And typically, this is not like a huge mountain for Yoshi to climb, but Fumbles has not had the quick kills that Yoshi really needs to compete in this matchup. Yeah, so what makes him do so well against Pikachu is that ability to take stocks with just 1 or 2 hits.
Right. Yeah. Yoshi's combo ability is one of the things that puts him as high on the tier list as I think he deserves to be.
You know, I can see him going even higher, especially if the current Yoshi players keep getting better and better. It's just his ability to take stocks off of some of the stronger light characters with just 1 or 2 well-placed hits.
Right, but right there, as we've been talking, that might be it.
There.
Yeah, he has no jump.
And again, that was what really got him most of the set was trying to DJC